was going to ask you to compare Sinaiticus alongside Vaticanus,
Right.
Codex Vaticanus. Or can you? Can you compare the two? What is the comparison? How does Sinaiticus compare with Vaticanus?
Well, Codex Sinaiticus and Codex Vaticanus are very closely related. Past critics have even seen one of the same scribes in each of the manuscripts. That's not all critics accept that, but they are very, very closely contemporary. They're also very similar in their ambitions to include the whole of the Christian Bible. So they have the Septuagint and the New Testament. They're large volumes written on vellum, written in this very handsome, luxurious script. So they're high-end manuscripts. But they're different in some critical respects. They order the books of the Bible differently, and they also have different books in the Septuagint. They don't have exactly the same selection of books. They're different also in quite one critical way, in that Sinaiticus, or two ways actually, I'd say, two ways. One is that Vaticanus does not have the extent of correction. That's a very critical difference. Sinaiticus is the most corrected manuscript of a Greek manuscript of the scriptures. The second is that Vaticanus now has a very strange appearance. When you look at it as a sort of manuscript expert, although you know that people tell you that it's a 4th century manuscript, it actually looks like a 15th century manuscript. And there's one very simple reason for that, is that almost the entire text has been overwritten by a 15th century scribe. Not only that, he's added in 15th century decoration, titling, and so forth. So it has a very strange appearance. In contrast, although you've got the corrections within Sinaiticus, it is essentially, it reflects how it was when it was written in the 4th century.